Hello, I'm Lucky Severson in the Smithsonian's National Museum of American History. You know, some inventions are so far ahead of their time, they have to wait for other inventions or discoveries to make them possible. For instance, the right construction material hasn't been invented yet, the best manufacturing process, a power source powerful enough. We've got a story now about one such invention that has come and gone and come and gone, and now it's back again, as we learn from the director of the museum, Roger Kennedy.
This was the acme of urban transportation in 1869, either the noisiest bicycle ever made or the world's only two-wheeled locomotive. A charcoal fire down in here heated the water, and steam power took you where you wanted to go. Charcoal comes from trees. Charcoal didn't become our fuel of choice. We went to petroleum fuels, oil that is, as we rattled down the streets in our Model Ts. The coming of popular mass transportation and automobiles was fueled by gasoline, and we burned even more oil. Or for people in a real hurry, people who wanted to drive at 300 miles an hour, the fuel of choice has been a tank of nitromethane, another petroleum product. We're beginning to understand the high price we pay for petroleum in dollars and dirty air and unpredictable offshore resources. So the race is on for a new form of urban transportation. This is the Sunrayce, powered by 8,800 solar cells. In time trials, it reached speeds of 75 miles an hour, powered solely by sunshine. It's beginning to look as if there really is something new under the sun. Welcome to the Daytona International Speedway. If you drop by almost any time, you'll see some of the fastest race cars in the world rounding this track at 190 miles an hour, fueled by high-test gasoline. But one day in July, the pace was quite a bit slower and the air cleaner. 32 odd-looking vehicles relying solely on good old Florida sunshine were testing their times at pre-trials, hoping to reach a top speed of 65 miles an hour. The cars were designed by college students from across the country in a contest sponsored by GM's Chevrolet Motor Division, the United States Department of Energy, and the Society of Automotive Engineers. Their mandate was to design a car fueled solely by the sun to compete in a cross-country race across 8 states, from Florida to Michigan. The team from the California State University at Los Angeles began building their car more than a year before the starting date of the race. The engineering students knew very little about solar energy when they began. Here's team leader Derek Hamilton.
What we had to do early on was to send everyone who was interested to the library to work on a particular aspect, and then bring that information back to the design group meetings and tackle it from there. We would talk about batteries and solar cells and aerodynamics and mechanics and fabrication, all at the same time, using what we could find as the latest techniques and getting up to speed on the methods that were being used in industry or in private competition.
The basic principle of a sunlight-driven car is simple. The process is called photovoltaic. Sunlight hitting the solar cell creates a small electrical charge. When the charge links with charges from thousands of other cells, a DC current is generated, powering a small electrical motor inside. Excess power is then directed to a battery for use when there's no sunlight.
Let them take the chalk out, move it against this one, and let them put the chalk back.
It took $200,000 and 25 people working full-time to complete Cal State LA's car. They called it the Solar Eagle.
Okay, stop.
Among the other contestants, number 20, the Viking from Western Washington University, a car that can be driven from either end, depending on the angle of the sun. Number 24, from Canada's University of Waterloo, the Midnight Sun, a 350-pound car with a triangular frame. Number 2, From the University of Michigan, the Sunrunner, a 440-pound car with a one-piece body made of Kevlar and Nomex. And number 76, the Sun Dragon from Drexel University, dubbed an insect with wings, the entry lightest in weight, with a body made of graphite fibers and epoxy resin.
Cal State LA is located in East Los Angeles, and because of our location, we do have a lot of people who can't help but be environmentally conscious. And I think the reason that people are so excited about the project is because they see the problems of internal combustion engines. They see smog, they see traffic, and electric automobiles or even solar electric automobiles are at least starting to move towards a viable alternative energy.
Despite its ecological advantages, it's unlikely that the sunlight-driven car will soon replace all or even most gasoline-powered family vehicles. But reducing reliance on petroleum is worth the effort, and the electrical car will help.
We've got to be looking at alternatives. We've got to be concerned with conserving what we have.
The race administrator, Paul McCarthy, is also president of AeroVironment. He designed the Sunracer, a winning entry in the 1987 World Solar Challenge in Australia.
People wonder, is there something practical about solar-powered cars? They know that the sun doesn't shine at night, doesn't shine during storms, and so the answer is no. A car powered directly by sunlight isn't a very practical thing. The only thing that makes it practical is if you can store some of that energy in a battery. But if you have a battery that's big enough,
After 11 days, traveling 1,600 miles along the highways and back roads from Orlando, Florida, the race ended in the Motor City, Detroit, Michigan. The University of Michigan Sunrunner came in first, with an average speed of just over 22 miles an hour and a cumulative elapsed time of just under 73 hours. The Cal State LA team came in fourth, but won the prize for Best Design, impressing judges with its aerodynamics, weight, and power system.
Electric power vehicles are practical. Solar power may not be at this point, but electric power certainly is.
15 years from now, most cars bought that year will be electric drive cars, and the technology is improving so much. I think there's a chance they really will take over.
Those young engineers from California State University have gained some invention experience. Who knows where they'll go with it? Sometimes it doesn't take very much to get young people going, as the folks who organized Invent America have learned and are now trying to teach. That's it for this edition, but our inventory of inventions and inventors is as endless as time and space. We simply have to figure out how to stretch the time and condense the space. We'll be around again. Hope you will too. For Invention, I'm Lucky Severson.